Carrera. What's good? What's good, my digger?
What's good, baby? You all right?
I'm good. Why are you sideways?
Let me see. Some people like it sideways. Some people like it portrait.
Females like it sideways. You know what I'm saying? Something dope, yeah. What's good?
Yeah.
What's going on, my
What's
digger?
good, man?
Oh man, yo, right now, yo, y'all know your phone is blowing up.
Bro, you don't even know.
Right now, you know,
Super.
rocking with the hottest dude in the game. And we're gonna talk about that later because I want to get deep into your history first.
Bet.
And I appreciate you for, you know, not being Hollywood and responding back, man.
For sure, man. I've been supposed to got back with you, man, but them DMs been rolling in crazy. I had to scroll down so far just to find your shit again. I'm like, what happened to bro?
Yeah, man, because you know what? Out of his whole camp, you and J.R. Swift are one of the only ones that hit me back. He's on season 1.
Yeah. I actually just got done watching that like a little bit while ago.
Right, so you already know what this show is about, man. We about to get into some beat science, some real talk. You know what I mean? So where are you from?
I'm from Mississippi, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what are you doing down there making that disgusting nasty? Ooh. I mean, yo, I sure you stick out like a sore thumb, like you not David Banner and bouncing?
Nah. I respect that. You know, I right. Fuck with all that too, but nah, that never been me, bro.
Wow. So I already know, yo, dealing with hip hop down there is kind of funny, right? What you do, right?
Yeah, you know. But you know, cats respect it though. Most people around here, they know my sound. They know my sound, you know.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, like Mississippi?
Yeah.
I said, this go in the deep in the, you know what I mean? Wow, now that's what's up. So it's already, I ain't gotta ask you, I know you're a digger.
Already, man.
Yeah, so what's the spots like out there? Y'all got some good digging spots, or are you digging online? How does that go?
I kind of do both, but I got this one spot, bro. This one spot, I found it like, I'd say like a couple years ago.
Right.
It's actually like 45 minutes away from me though. But when I tell you this spot is like it's a gold mine just sitting in like in the middle of nowhere. Like it's called a Little Big Store. And it's like an old train station that some guy bought and he just moved his whole record store to that spot, you know, and it's like wall to wall, up and down. I'm talking about, bro, I could spend all day in there, bro. But
right. So do you see other beat makers in there, or is it really that low? Like you could be the only one.
It's really that low. Maybe they be in there when I'm not there, but whenever I go, I'm normally like the only person in there.
Right. So you digging in the dollar crates, or how much you spending on records nowadays?
I normally just go spend probably like $50, $60. You know what I'm saying? I hit the dollar crates first. Right. Well, he really don't have dollar crates like that. He just got they mostly at the lowest they be like $2, $3. Okay. Yeah, but he don't really have no dollar crates. So most of the records I probably buy, they be about $4 or $5. Right. But then I always make sure I go buy one or two for maybe like $15, $20 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how did you start making beats? How does this whole thing start with you?
Shit. I started making beats around like 2012, like at the last leg of 2012. Just you know what I'm saying? Because I started off rhyming first. You know what I'm saying? And I love that too, but it wasn't really my heart like that. So I always loved production though, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an 80s baby. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, listening to the samples and all that, you know what I mean? So I kind of got into it like that, man. Just try my hand with it. Right. Like my homeboy, he always had FL Studio when we was rhyming and shit. So he always made our beats. Right. You know, this was way back like early 2000, like 2001 and shit. He was early on that. And I always used to see him make the beats on that. So that was like my first thing getting into it, like on the FL Studio.
Okay, so you started with FL Studio.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you started with software. So are you still using FL Studio?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So have you ever tried hardware?
I got hardware.
Mhm.
I got SP404s. I got 2 of those.
Okay.
I got machine,
Hmm.
but it's really like software based. So,
Right,
but
right,
it's still kind of like both.
right. Now, do you feel that software makes everything easier?
Yeah, it's easier. Definitely easier. I
Hmm.
say quicker. Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
quicker and easier. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right, right. So for the times we're in and production has to be done quickly, you say software is much better for that.
Yeah, but I kind of like incorporate it all into my
Mhm.
process, you know?
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right, 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 right. So when you're looking for samples, like, I mean, do you have an idea what you're looking for, or is it just a free for all?
Nah, man, I just go with whatever move me, man. I just
Hmm.
find shit,
Hmm.
you know
Just
what I'm
going off the
saying?
cover?
Just off the cover. I look on the back, kind of like see what's
Hmm.
when I'm vinyl shopping. I look on the back, see what if it's horns, drums,
Right.
keyboards, you know what I'm saying? I look at the date of the record,
Hmm.
stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't too much mess with disco and shit like that, so I
Right,
kind of stay away
right,
from
right.
that. But anything other than that is
It's
it's
free
free
game.
game with
Yo,
me,
because them
country.
beats on there, you seem like a real soulful dude. I mean, was that the sound you were going for with Westside Gunn or
Well, yeah, but you know, he kind of asked for that, you know,
Mhm.
and me being a big fan of his, I know he big on the soul too.
Right.
So that's mostly what I gave him, you know what I'm saying? That's mostly what I sent to him and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
that's really my main thing though, the
Right,
soul samples, you
the
know.
soul. So are you into just chopping or are you a big on looping?
It's both with me though, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I find a loop, it's just crazy.
Mhm.
I won't mess with it. But I'll try my hand at chopping it.
Right.
You know, if I can't find a good chop with it or
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't like how it come out,
Mhm.
I'll just leave it alone. But I'm gonna always chop it on the low
Right.
and see what I can do with it. You know, sometimes I make maybe 4 or 5 beats with a loop or sometimes, something like that,
Mm.
or within the same record. I'm gonna make a bunch of beats from one record.
Wow. Wow. So you buy an album and out of that whole album, you can get maybe 4 or 5 beats. You're gonna get that
Oh yeah,
potential.
more than that, maybe if it's just that good.
Mhm.
You know, I've found records that's just that good. Damn near every song is
Right. So
got.
being that you say that, that means when you get the record, you're putting the needle on it and you're listening to the whole entire album, no matter how
Mhm.
garbage it may be.
Yeah, I got to, man. Especially if you know you
Mhm.
buying these records, man. You because you might miss something.
Right, right. So you might be cleaning up the house, letting it play, maybe sitting on your phone. So a lot of times when it comes to digging, you're not spot sampling, you're not taking the needle and just skipping
Nah.
over.
Sometimes, you know, if the record is just real bad or something like that, I'll just kind of, you can kind of tell, like,
Mhm.
when you listening to a record, like, all right, something on here, it may be something hidden on here somewhere, but
Right.
and some you can kind of tell, you know, maybe, nah, it ain't nothing on here, but that's
Mhm.
when you kind of scan and skip through the,
Right, right.
you know, but I'll just sit there and, yeah, I sit there and listen to the whole record for the
Right, yeah.
most part.
Yeah, because you can
Mm-hmm.
you can miss a lot of things
Yeah.
like that or whatever. So what BPM range do you like to stick with? Because a lot of your beats seem like they were kind of like slow pace.
Yeah.
I heard on Westside Gunn's project, you know what I mean?
Now when it comes to loops and stuff like that, I don't even look at the BPM. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like
Mhm.
I just chop because I know the chops. I
Right,
know how it's gonna sync together. You know, kind of
right,
like with that intro beat
right.
on that project.
Oh,
Like
that was fire.
I,
Why do you? I'll ask later. I was gonna ask why he didn't rhyme me that, but we'll talk about him later. We'll talk about him later. It's all about you
but
right now.
yeah, with beats like that,
Mhm.
I don't use metronomes or nothing like that.
Mhm.
I just get the chops together and I just
Right.
sit there and I play with patterns, just play with whatever sound good to me. And that
Mhm.
just came about, you
Right,
know?
right, right. So it's all
Mm-hmm.
about a feeling. You're not really technical with it.
Nah, unless when it comes to my drumming, when I'm putting something together with some drums, then I kind of sticking to I'm kind of like between I say about 75 BPM to like,
Okay.
I go all the way up to maybe like 90 sometimes, you know?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
true. That's that 90s style or that.
Yeah. But when I get up to 90,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like, I'm gonna do something different with the drums. It's not gonna be like a regular boom boom bap, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm gonna have to, I kind of like, I won't just put the snare on the
mm-hmm.
what's the 2 and the 4.
Right.
I might move it to the 3
Mm. So
and the
would you
5 or something like that.
right. Would you say
Yeah.
that's that dirty South in you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, yeah, it just can't be that boom, the boom,
Yeah,
boom.
you know, I kind of
Mm-hmm.
just to give it some flow, man, just to
Right.
switch it up sometime, you know.
Right. Indeed.
Mm.
So the bass sounds too. Like, are you? Is that you filtering the bass, or are you playing bass lines within the sample?
Sometimes it kind of depends though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I filter it out and separate it and kind of amplify the bass a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes bring it down a little bit. But
Right.
more than likely, it's just kind of like how I mix it sometimes, you know.
Right. So you mix your own beats?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So when it comes to like the drums, where are the drums coming from? Are they coming strictly on vinyl or using packs? How's that happen?
All that. Nah, man, I got so many drums, bro. Like, I got stuff off vinyl, like a lot of those, what the Paul Nice,
Right.
the Paul Nice drum library of vinyls.
Oh my goodness, it's
I
ill.
love those, bro. Those are gold mines. If you just
Yeah,
want some
yeah.
drums and you don't know where to get them, go get some of those vinyls.
From Paul Nice?
Paul Nice, man, you
Yeah,
know,
I heard of Paul Nice. He's
they
from
pretty
overseas,
good.
right? From overseas? Is he from overseas?
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
heard
not
his
sure. I've
name
never
before.
seen it.
Yeah, I heard his name before. So you're chopping up the drums or you just looping them?
It depends too. You know, sometimes I just loop them.
Right.
Mostly what I'm doing now, I do my own pattern
Okay.
with some clean drums,
Right.
and I layer it with a break under it.
So how do you make that? How do you make that fit?
And time stretching, mostly time stretching. Like, say I got some drums laid out, just boom boom bap, boom boom bap. Probably what 80 BPMs or something. Just clean drums, nothing, you know, highly vinyl compressed or nothing like that.
Right.
This is when I mostly do that in FL Studio.
Okay.
And I dump in a drum break right up under it. The drum break might be 70 BPM. So I'm gonna time stretch that, then I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down a whole lot to where you can only hear it just a little bit. You're gonna hear it because I'm about texture, man. I like the textures, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would just have to hear it and know what I'm saying. But
right. So the drums, you turn it down so the drums don't clash.
No, so the drums don't clash, and they normally sync up good if it's in a perfect loop. You know, sometimes with those vinyl breaks, they be kind of like off time, kind of like off beat, kind of like got a crazy BPM or some crazy stereo imaging going on, but you find a good break that syncs up good and the snares hitting at the same spot and the kicks hitting at the same spot for the most part, and it got some other little elements in it. It's gonna be crazy layered up under your pattern, bro. Like,
yo,
real.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're the first beatmaker I heard that says that does that. I think Dr. Dre also does that.
Yeah, man, try that shit, bro. That shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna try that because I was like, okay, that's interesting. So you're saying you make the boom boom bap, the boom bap, the boom boom bap, and you may have a drum. Now is it a totally different? Does the drums kind of match the sound of the other ones, or it's totally
down? They normally kind of match because the drums I got, like, they normally kind of be in the same realm, you know what I'm saying? But what I mainly use them drum breaks for is like that texture, that airy texture that it's gonna bring to the drums and make it that real sound. It's gonna make a real sound to it, and it's gonna be dirty. It's gonna add some dirt to, man. It's just
And I think that texture also comes from that dirty South background, because you know a lot of down South music has a lot of texture, musicality. And now, do you play over the samples or not really? You just strictly sample based?
I'm strictly sample based, bro. Like I don't do too much playing over it, unless it's just a bass or something. If I'm playing a bass over it,
right. And when you play your bass, you use a keyboard. How do you play in your bass lines?
Probably on the machine or with my keypad on my computer.
Right. So Machine, I've heard like horror stories about Machine. A lot of beat makers I interviewed said Machine, the pads are too stiff. It's just not good for beat making. Is that true for you, or do you make a beat, a whole beat, just use a machine?
Yeah, I could do that too, but
right.
I have no problems with it. I love it, bro. It's great to me. I don't know nothing about the pad stiff. It's about the same to me, you know.
Right. Because you said you got a 404, you got FL Studio, you got Machine. So what is it about each of those three that you know when you're gonna make a beat? Do you just say, hey, I'm gonna use the Machine, I'm gonna use that 404? Like which, like what's your go-to machine?
Yeah, like I say, I use all this in conjunction. Like I say I lay my drums out in FL. Give me a good drum pattern going. Cause I normally start with drums first when I'm doing. I'm a drum first type of guy.
Right.
Cause that makes me get ideas out quicker.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Hold that thought. Because you know what? You are one of the only few that I've interviewed that said they start with drums first. A lot of people say they start with the sample first because they don't know where the sample is going first. So they can't lay the drums. But I always felt like when you get a good drum pattern rocking, ill drum pattern, you can put just about damn near anything over it. It's gonna sound
anything.
ill.
Yeah, that's how I am, bro. Cause I'm real on the fly with my production. Like I'm not overthinking it, you know. I like to get them drums going, and we about to get a sample going, and we gonna see how this work out.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But like I was saying, I normally get my drums going in FL Studio. I get them right how I want them. Right. Now my computer, now that's coming into the machine.
Okay.
You know, my machine is kind of like a audio interface too.
Like a DAW.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like an interface. Like you can put a mic into it and all that. But,
oh wow. Okay.
So in FL, it's playing through machine.
Right.
You can pull down your audio settings, pick machine, just like how you pick your audio interface when you about to record or something. So so my FL is going into machine. I normally put my sample into machine and chop it in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying, when it leaves there, whatever going out my machine going into my SP404, I normally use that for like texture, like and effects and that dirty, gritty sound and make it warmer too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever going in, when they leave out of the SP404, it goes right back into machine. That's how I got my shit wired up.
Oh wow.
So it goes right back into the machine to record whatever.
Right.
So normally when I'm making a beat, I get the drums going. I hit the drums on there. I record whatever I'm doing. Most of the shit be one take or something like that.
Right.
One take style on there. I record it on the machine. Right. Onto a pad.
Right.
So I start the beat, do. I might even just start with the sample. I had a sample already. I sit there and play with the sample for a minute, find me a pattern what I like, play it with the drums. I'm ready to record this now. I press record on my machine, and I record that on a pad. You know, and good thing about this SP, man, it's gonna add a sound, bro. It's gonna add a sound that just can't be matched, bro. Like that warm sound, that dirty, that lo-fi kind of gritty sound, however you really want to do it. That good compression, like. So that's how I normally do it.
Now I've heard about the SP303, and they say that machine is kind of hard to make beats on. So is the SP404 the same thing? Can you use the SP404 by itself?
Oh yeah, oh yes, yeah. especially the new one. Now they just came out with a new one last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other ones before that, the 303, the regular 404,
mm-hmm.
it was kind of like limited. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't really do too much. But the one they got out now is basically, I'm talking full-fledged sampler, just like an MPC. It's standalone. It's got a screen on it. You can chop on here, like you can see. The other one didn't even have like a screen where you could see the whole waveform.
Right. Because I know Madlib, who also shared production duties on the album, I don't know if he still does, but I know he was using the 303.
Yeah. A lot of people did. Dilla.
Right. And they said, you know, from what I heard from other people, because every time I seen an MPC, they'd have a 303 next to it for the just really for the effects, but they always say that 303 was like a really difficult, you know, drum machine to use.
Yeah, it's just real kind of like primitive, I say. It's just kind of real simple. You can't do as much. You know, you can't really do as much. But I've seen, you know, people make magic with it, but me, I use it sometimes to make whole beats. It's just kind of like what I'm really feeling like doing at the time, but it slowed me down like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so, I mainly use it for outboard of processing like that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
So you say you don't overthink it. So you don't spend a whole lot of time on one beat. It's like,
Nah. The most I spend is mixing it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Once you feel it and it feel good, it's there, man. It's there for me.
Right. So how many tracks is your beats for the most part? How many is it? Is all your beats, you know, you got the sample on one track, drums, the break beat. So that's 3 tracks. Is that usually the norm, or maybe a bass line?
Normally about 4 or 5 at the most. If we separating every instrument, you know. Right. But normally, yeah.
Right. So you're basically, you say you were a master of simplicity.
Yeah. I don't like to do too much, you know.
Complicated. So you're all about leaving enough room for the MC to really get
right.
Right, especially if you're working with lyrical MCs that can rhyme or got that finesse. They're the last instrument.
Right. I got that. I that's why I appreciated DJ Premier so much.
Yes.
The simplicity. He was like the master of the simple.
You know what? Him and Havoc.
Yes.
That's why I loved it. I love those dudes because they were very simple. It wasn't overly produced. Simple
but effective, man.
Yeah, simple. That's my key word. Simple but effective. That key phrase, simple but effective and whatnot. So yeah, that's dope right there. Because me, I don't like overproduced beats. I think sometimes the simplest beats be the hardest and the dopest. Sometimes like a lot of brothers try to chop up a sample and it's like, nah, you messing up the groove.
Just right. Yeah, just let it rock, man. Yeah,
let it rock. And I love that about those type of beats. Now your sequences. Do you have more than one sequence, or is your beats just one sequence?
It kind of depends, I guess, on what all I can do with the sample that what I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's hard to get a second sequence out of some of these samples. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, but more than likely, you know what I'm saying? It's one. I say maybe like a good 4 bars of one sequence. I mostly do like a second sequence though, but for first 4 bars, maybe first 8 bars of a good sequence, then it change up into like, and then it come right on back around, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
I'm digging you. I'm digging what you're saying, because like I said, like I love simple beats. I love things that's simple and just effective. You know what I mean? Not too much, because too much is just too much, and it throws the listener off. Sometimes it's just, you know, those simple beats be the most hypnotic, like. Right. Like your beat, like, you know, you're like in a trance, like, and you got the MC flowing over. It just flows, but too much, it's like. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, too much is too much. Too much, man. You know what I mean? It's just way too much, and when it comes to like boom bap, we don't need as much because. You know, most MCs who are doing boom bap, they're a lot lyrical, so they make the breaks and the pause. And sometimes you gotta do is just drop the drum out, bring it back in. You know what I mean? Stop the sample, bring it back in, and it makes
Right.
it really, really dope to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it be little stuff like that that
Right,
can move
right,
the track.
right,
You know,
right.
you just
You know,
drop the kick on the one and
right,
it's all about the flow, man. And
right. And yeah, and that's what I appreciate about Westside Gunn's music. Like, he doesn't overthink in the beats he picks, and I think that's why he's winning. You know what I mean?
right, right,
He's winning because he has those type of beats, and it's not overly produced. He comes
right,
from that
right.
Rock Marciano school of thought where less is more.
Mm. Yes, sir. Yes,
It's all
sir.
about your performance on top of that beat.
Right, right, right.
Good. So let's get into the question that everybody probably wants to know. How did you link up with Westside Gunn?
All right. That was actually just coincidentally, kind of like, but I on my IG I do these beat videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I actually did the beat video. I just drop a beat, wake up. I might make a beat that morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, I'm gonna post this.
Right.
I find me a little visual that matched the beat or something.
Right.
And I post it. So I posted actually the beat for it was the Bobby Roode beat.
Okay.
Oh, Peace Fly Guy. It was the Bobby Roode beat. This was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago. And I think I said, who can we hear on this?
Right.
That's what I said in the caption. And one of my homeboys, Cashmere P, Prince P.
Ah, Prince P, yes.
Yeah, he a dope producer too,
Oh, yeah,
dope rapper
works,
too.
Yeah. Works with Hus Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Prince P. Salute.
He tagged West.
Mm-hmm.
And he like West could kill this.
Mm-hmm.
And I replied like, yeah, he would. And I maybe say like an hour later,
mm-hmm.
It might have been 2 hours later, West commented like, yeah, I would mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I jumped in his DM like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I can slide you this. What you want to do? He was like, yeah, let me get that and send me some more stuff. Let me hear what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. I sent him some more beats.
How many?
Man, I might have sent him like 20.
He's like, I'm getting on a project with West.
Yeah,
right?
That's how I am.
That's right, son. He's like,
that's
yo,
how
I'm
I
getting
am,
on a project. Right.
But that's how I am though with a artist though. I like to send a lot of beats.
Right.
20, cause I got 1 million beats sitting up in here, bro. Like,
right. Yeah.
Cause that give them a higher chance of picking something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I sent them maybe like 20 beats, 25 beats, something like that. Right. He ended up hitting me back like maybe, cause he already wanted the beat for Bobby Roode. He hit me back maybe like 3 days later or something, just out the blue. He emailed me. Mm-hmm. And he put God Level in the beat. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the email. That was the name of the Jesus Crack beat. Right.
You told, okay, you named it God Level.
God Level. It was the name of it was God Level. Mm-hmm. That beat was named God Level, and Bobby Roode beat was named Plain Jane. Mm-hmm. And he picked those 2 beats. This was 2 years ago. This was pandemic.
Oh, this was 2 years ago he picked those.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago he picked those. Peak pandemic. Mm-hmm. And then he caught COVID.
Right. I remember that.
He caught COVID. And it kind of got like lost in translation after that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he had got real sick. He was like in the hospital and shit. Right. And so I say just time passed, about 2 years passed. Like,
so you didn't correspond with those?
I think I hit him back up maybe like about 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Like, bro, we need to hook back up. You might not remember, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I never heard back. So we'll fast forward to like maybe a month ago. Right. He started rolling out the promo videos to the Michelle Records thing. Mm-hmm. You know those little short clips he was doing?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So I took one of those clips, mm-hmm, and I put my beat over it. I put the God Level, the Jesus Crack beat over it, and I DM'd him. Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, I think this beat will sound, you picked this beat like 2 years ago. I think this beat will sound good over these promo videos you doing.
Right.
About 3 days later, he hit me back. He was like, yeah, I like that. I need that. He was like, that'll sound good with what I'm doing right now. He was like, send me that again. He's like, send me that again and send me some more shit.
All right, so hold on. So you already had sent him 25 before.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years ago. So I'm thinking maybe you know how Gmails get filled up and all that. And he might not even still have those. So when he hit me back that day, I was about to walk into the gym.
Right.
I'm sitting in my car about to go into the gym.
You turn right around.
I'm sitting. I stayed right there because I put all my beats on my phone.
Okay.
After I make a beat, I instantly email it to myself.
Right.
Because I like to hear them on the iPhone speakers.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's every beat I make.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, I like to post videos too, post little beat videos too.
Right.
And I mostly make those from my phone using iMovie and YouTube and shit like that. So he told me send me that. Shit. I sat there, man, maybe like close to an hour, emailing beats. Cause he was like, I'm in traffic right now. Email me some beats right now.
Right.
Cause I'm listening and he was like, I'm in traffic. I remember him telling me that. So I sat there about 35, 40 minutes just emailing beats. You know, Gmail, you can only send like 25 megabytes in in an email. So that's maybe like 5 beats per email.
Right.
So I'm sending maybe like 25, 30 beats that day. You know, he hit me back like 3 days after that, just randomly. I was at the crib. It was around like 4. It was around like right now. He's like, all right, I got 3 of those I want. And I actually found the ones you sent me 2 years ago too. I found some shit in there I want. But he was like, send me 4 more raw soul shit. Right. He just wanted the drumless like soul beats. 4 more. He say, send me 4 more. I got an idea. This was before Peace Fly God was even a thought, I guess. Right. I guess he kind of like came up with that, kind of like based around the shit I was sending him or something. Right. You know, so then like maybe a week later, that's when the first one of those promo videos rolled out with my beat to it. Right. With the intro beat. Right. The beat to the intro and shit. Bro, it's been rocking since then, man.
Wow. So these beats, not to get all in your business, were these beats as far as just on the arm, like just take those?
Yeah, for the most part, for right now, yeah.
Right. Okay, so basically not charging them for those beats allows you, it's gonna get you more work.
Yeah.
And your phone's been blowing up ever since, huh?
Yeah, cause shit, trust me, I done got back what I was gonna probably charge him, you know what I'm saying? Just off what the opportunity has brought me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's opened up a lot more doors, just giving him the beats on the arm, not even looking for the bread, just, yo, take that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hear more Don Carrera now after this.
Oh yeah. I've been around, bro. Right.
Because I heard. I just gonna say, be honest. This first time I heard you on Peace Fly God, but I see a lot of dudes I interview, you know, be fire emojis, yo, what up, you know, whatever, you know, standouts. Few other people like, ooh, that's dope, whatever, you know what I mean? So it's the first time I heard of you, and I was like, okay, I like the name Don Carrera. That's a fly little name right there. You know what I mean? So are you at liberty to say what you haven't worked in the works right now, or you got to keep it under wraps?
There's just a few things I'm gonna keep low, but I think me and Spoda got a
Spoda.
Spoda, my guy, man.
Yeah. He's from around the way. He's from Long Island. I'm from Long Island originally. I'm in Charlotte though. I live in Charlotte, but I'm born and raised in Long Island. Yeah. Shout out to Spoda, man.
Yeah, Spoda the guy, man. I mess with most that whole collective, the Walkers. I don't know if you familiar with them, all of them.
And Eddie Kane.
Yeah.
Right.
I done pretty much work with all of them. But what I got coming, I got that. Me and Spoda working on a project. We about 6 records in on that.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be maybe like 11 or 12 total or something like that.
So that's dope. That's dope.
Me and Sleep Sinatra. Guy named Sleep Sinatra. Me and him.
Sinatra. Shout out to Sleep Sinatra.
Yeah, we working on an EP.
Right.
Me and Smooth got some stuff coming.
Hempstead, Long Island was good.
Yeah.
Smooth, peace.
Yeah, Smooth, my guy, man. Smooth, my guy. Real good dude right there. Me and Bub Rock.
Bub Rock, Long Island again. Damn, you like these Long Island dudes, huh?
Yeah, man. Me and Bub Rock, man. We've been rocking for a minute. I'm on all his projects.
Okay.
I got a song on all his projects. Mostly the last song is probably me.
So you were on Rock Season?
I'm on Rock Season. You name it. I'm on all Bub Rock projects.
Okay, so Westside Gunn is not your first placement.
No. My first like placement in the underground realm was, I say, Uncle John.
From DC, yes.
From DC, that's my guy. Yeah, we just connected back up too. Yeah, that's my guy, man. He crazy with it. But me and him actually, I dropped we had a song on his album. I think it was called Ankh Nasty. Yeah. It was had a pink cover, like some naked women or something on the front.
I know what you're talking about.
Him and ST Nack had a song called Expensive Dinner Dates. And I produced that.
Right.
And that was like 2018.
Right.
Yeah. What'd you say?
No, so have you been in the studio with any of these artists, or is just really just sending them beats?
Nah, it's just amazing sending them beats, man. Just sending them beats.
Now, are you sending them stems, or they just rocking with it as is?
Yeah, they just rocking as is, man. No, I don't really do too many of the stem beats like that, you know. But
right. So they 2-track it for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I don't like people messing with my stuff.
Right,
like that,
right.
You know
They can really mess up your joint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
trying to mix
man.
it and all that, and mess up the drums or mess up the sample and things like that. So with all these projects, do you ever get like beat block or just burnt out? Because you're working on all these projects at one time. And how do you know who this goes to this person or that goes to that person? Do you make it specifically in mind, or do you make beats and just distribute?
I just make them, man. I just be cooking, man. Like I say, man, I cook all day long, bro. Like, I just be cooking, man. And with me, man, I'm normally rapping, kind of emulating the rap in my mind or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rap to the beat. I'm normally I normally make beats. I got like a visual playing in the background, or maybe somebody like Wrong Streets or something, or like when I'm about to send somebody something, I look at their videos, and I match beats that I got to their video. I put their video on mute and just play my beat to the video and kind of like rapping like them in my head to the video while my beat playing. So I do a lot of picking like that. I know that's how I picked all the Spoda beats.
Right. So when it comes to these artists, you got Spoda, you got Smooth. Who else you said you had another one with? Spoda, Smooth. It was someone else you mentioned. I forgot who you mentioned.
Sleep Sinatra.
Sinatra.
Me and Vic Spencer got some too.
Vic Spencer, right. Okay, these guys right now, this is so basically you're giving them these beats. Now, it's splits, or are you charging them for the beat?
Yeah, we're gonna do splits.
Okay, you're doing the splits. So you're doing full projects. These guys are not hitting you for just one beat. You're doing a whole project with Smooth, whole project with Smooth, whole project with Vic, a whole project with Smooth.
I don't know about if it's a whole project with Smooth and Vic. I know me and Vic just got work. We got work. Now he might put something in. If we don't have a whole project full of work, not with Smooth, got like about 6, 7 joints he gonna do with me or something like that.
Right.
I don't know what he gonna do. Is he gonna break them up or do an EP or
And this is on the arm.
Yeah. Now if he like I ain't really tripping about that right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they go do vinyl deals and all that, then we gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? But this is stuff I've been had in the works with them. You know what I'm saying? Before, right. You know what I'm saying? But them like homies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really I ain't really tripping about the payment on that right now.
So how do you know when to charge people? Like.
Now, if you coming to me, like a lot of people, I done went to them, you know.
So all right, so Smooth,
yeah,
Spoda, Vic Spencer, Sleep Sinatra, you went to them.
Yeah, like with Spo, like that's just, I just respect how he moved, and he always rocked with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before any of this, he was always rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? He just one of them guys, like, I remember I heard the Standout say that too, like, you just want to see win, you know what I'm saying? Like, he do stuff for me, I do stuff for him, I mix projects, he pay me to mix his projects sometimes and stuff like that. Right. I need a verse from him, it's nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it too, when we can exchange work, because when it comes time for me to get this compilation together, I can reach out to people. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be a monetary thing. With me, you building relationships, you know what I'm saying? And you can build from that. And it could be like money later on, or you could just keep it business right up front. But
Right. So if someone you never heard of that reaches out to you, is it a payment up front, or is it?
Yeah, we gotta pay me.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta pay, bro. Like, yeah.
Got you. So is hip hop paying your bills, or do you have another grind, or you working a 9 to 5? How does that work?
I got a couple grinds, man. We can't talk about them all, but
it's understandable.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we got a couple grinds, man. But yeah, it's paying bills too.
Right.
This
outside of hip hop.
Yeah, this definitely paying bills too. You know what I'm saying? The beats, man, they selling. You know what I'm saying? Mixing work, stuff like that. Like, I do a lot, bro.
Right. So how do you feel about like putting beats on like BeatStars? Are you doing that as well? So just selling beats is like online, or?
Man, I got like a track train page.
Right.
It's got like old beats on. I haven't updated that shit in like years, bro. But I really do need to sit down and like get that together. I was saying I want to really get that together.
Right. So now that I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I need to really get that together, because a lot of people do hit me, be like, bro, do you have somewhere I can listen to your beats for purchase and shit like that? So I really do need to get that together. That's gonna be my next thing to do.
Right. Yeah, because it's funny, because that era of getting 10, 20,000, 30,000 a beat is pretty much dead nowadays, huh? So like the whole making beats thing is really got to be more part-time, would you say? Like it's a side grind.
Yeah.
That era's over.
Yeah, unless you just, you know what I'm saying, you get like super hot.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's gonna have to be part-time. You're gonna have definitely gonna have to, especially kind of like in the underground. It ain't too much money in it, but it's some money if you just know how to work it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But you're not gonna get necessarily rich for the most part.
Nah.
Right.
Unless, you know what I'm saying, you standing beside somebody.
Right. So do you have any more work with the Fly God, or what?
I don't know, man.
He's got like 50 beats. He got like 50 beats of yours now, right?
Yeah, he's sitting on some shit from me right now, but we've been talking.
Right. So the stuff that you gave him that he didn't use, are you sending that to other people, or are you just letting him rock with that?
I'm gonna just let that rock.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's something I don't do really. I don't send people the same beats.
So everybody got fresh beats.
Everybody got fresh.
Even if they don't use them, you don't.
Now, if they don't use them now, then But as long as they got them,
right.
Nah, I'm not sending that until I get word that you're not using these at all.
Right.
Then we move them around. But
so if you want to give, let's say, Smooth a beat, but West got it, you have to reach out to West like, yo, what are you doing with that beat? Because I want to give this to so and so. He'd be like, oh, I'm not going to use that. Then you
Yeah, I normally reach out before I send it just to somebody else. I'm gonna reach out like, you gonna mess with this?
Right.
If not, you know what I'm saying? That's why I normally like, when I send something, you know, I'm not gonna hound you about like what you pick, what you gonna pick. But normally, pretty much everybody I mess with, they've been pretty good and professional and getting back with me in a timely manner, like maybe a day or 2-3 days maybe, and tell me what they exactly gonna use.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I go from there and move them around like that, you know what I'm saying? But,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So and you don't have to answer this question because it's a real touchy topic, real touchy subject. I ask a lot of people this. How do you finagle through the sample clearances, the samples? Like,
I don't really mess with that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna probably be up to the artist. Like, if they gonna start, if they gonna do that, if they going that route, yeah, I leave that up to them to do.
Right. So yeah. Do you remember every sample you use, or are you just grabbing a record and going?
I don't.
Right.
I don't remember
every sample.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes,
I go.
But mostly I have the sample inside machine.
Okay.
So if need be, I just go look at the date that I made the beat. Then I go pull up the session in machine from that same date, because I name all my sessions
after the sample,
after the date. Like today's session be whatever today's date is. So whatever the date is on the beat, when I save it in my computer, I know it's from that session that day. So and all the samples gonna be in machine. So I just go look at the sample, because it'll have a name on there. I normally name it, or I'll Shazam it or something, maybe. If it can be Shazam. If not, I'm just
right.
Yeah.
So have we gotten, or are we going to get a Don Carrera Chronic Dr. Dre type album coming soon?
Yeah, man, we're gonna get that real soon, man, you know. But I'm just kind of waiting on a few people, you know.
Is that that's in the works? You're working on that now, or that's...
Oh yeah. I've been working on that for like maybe a year or two now, man. Just getting records together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You gonna be doing any rhyming on it, or not really?
I might do some rhyming on it.
Okay.
I might do some rhyming on it, because I got a gang of songs in here. I might do some rhyming on it, man. I ain't decided yet. Because I might just do my own project, you know.
Oh, and just rhyme over your own beats?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So being that you make your own beats and you do rhyme, are you willing to accept outside production, or gotta be you?
I'll accept outside production, but you know, I feel like I really know what I would rap on.
What you would rap on, and what you really like, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, so before I let you go, before we sign off, right? Who are you feeling beat-wise that's in the underground right now? Is anybody you liking, that you rocking with?
Yeah, I like everybody, man. My guys, standouts, and my guys.
Right, shout out to them.
You know, we talk all the time, and my guys. Of course, like, let me see, what's Zumo?
Okay.
I like Zumo. Michelangelo. I think he out in Boston or somewhere like that. Shit. There's a lot of guys. I like Prince P.
Who?
I like Prince P. His shit too.
Yeah, Prince P is still,
his beats is crazy.
I love Prince P's production.
Shit, Big Daddy Chop.
Okay. What about Clipto? You heard of Clipto?
Clipto, I think I heard of Clipto. Clipto Beats, right?
Yeah, Clipto's the loop master. He got the ill loops.
Yeah, I think I heard a couple of his joints that was nice. I think I heard a couple of his joints. Teo.
What about Conductor Williams?
Conductor, yes. Camouflage, Mark, all them guys good.
Spanish Ren?
Huh? Spanish. Oh,
yeah, Spanish
is crazy.
Crazy.
Man, I listened to a song Spanish Ren did the other day.
Man.
It was a Ty Ferris song.
Yeah.
They got a video to it too. It's,
Right,
think it's like in black and white.
yeah, Spanish Red is way too
that beat so hard.
Right.
Yeah, Ran crazy, man. Ran is crazy with it. Shout out to Ran. He a good dude too.
Yeah.
Retrospect.
Retro, yeah, straight out of Long Island.
It's so many. It's hard to think of them, bro. I really fuck with everybody. It's some shit on the underground, bro.
It is.
Like I say, this some of the best sampling going on. Like,
yo, it is, and it's so creative.
Yeah,
because nowadays people are sampling stuff that's not even really supposed to be sampled. You know what I mean? Like, and they're looping stuff and chopping up stuff and making it sound just crazy.
That's why I like Sadu. I like Sadu.
Yeah, Sadu Go.
Sadu do a lot of this off the wall shit too. Shout out to Sadu Go. So
shout out to Sadu, yes.
You never know how he coming.
Right. It's just a whole new renaissance that's coming out, especially with these beat makers, because I would say as a sample based producer, the talent is really your ear.
Yeah.
It's really your ear. You know, everybody's showing that they have an ear for what sounds hot. It's not necessarily the musicality of it, but it's the ear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, that's what's really, really dope about it. You know what I'm saying? Really ill about it. But listen, Don Carrera, man, yo, I want to thank you. You know what I mean? Because I thought you was gonna be on some Hollywood, like, yo, I'm rocking with West. I ain't answering. Dude. He ain't nobody, he ain't no level or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
Man,
I'm a good dude, man. I'm good, humble, down to earth dude, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate this because I was like, let me just reach out to this dude and see if he answered me back. Because I was shocked. I was like, oh, he did, and he said, bet. You know what I mean? Because I've heard all type of responses. Nah, I ain't doing no interviews. I ain't interested. I don't want no one to know what I do. Woo. You know, all type of crazy.
Man, I ain't on no corny shit like that, bro.
Yeah, a lot of shit was just really corny, man. I'm like, come on, man. I'm just trying to recognize your talent. This is strictly for my diggers, man. You know what I mean? So, what advice? Because I saw on your page, I forgot who was interviewing you. He's talking about, do you ever hold back? And I felt the same way, like I'm holding back. You got me now wanting to send West some joints. You know what I mean?
Man, do that shit. Do it.
You know what I mean?
Do it. That's what I tell everybody. Do it.
And that inspired me when you said that. Like, so what advice would you have for the producers like myself and those who are making beats in their bedroom or whatever in their lab? What advice would you say?
Man, just keep going, man. Steady. You know what I'm saying? Always stay learning. You know what I'm saying? Me, I learn something every day, damn near, bro. Like, especially mixing and shit like that. Just always just stay focused on the craft, man. If you love it, it's nothing anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, just always stay learning, stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? Don't be too cool for nothing, man. You know, reach out to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take chances with yourself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, you know, a lot of these people, you might think people are unreachable, man. Never know, man.
Were you ever unsure when you like, I want to send him some, but I ain't too sure if he gonna like it? Were you ever did you ever have that uneasiness, or you was like, man, I'm letting this fly?
Man, I know I was crazy with it. I sent them that shit. Like, I know I'm good, bro. Like, when you know you good, man, you take a leap of faith, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've had MCs just as good as West telling me, you know what I'm saying? That I'm ill, you know. Right. So you just gotta take a bet on yourself, man. That's what I'm doing more these days, man. Just leap of faith, man. Just jumping out the window, bro.
Right.
Jump out the window.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yo, I definitely appreciate that advice and whatnot. So, like I said, this is strictly for my diggers. This platform is to salute, you know, all you sample bass, boom bap artists, because, you know, as beat makers, we don't get the proper credit we deserve. A lot of times I feel we get the shitty end of the stick, you know, and this platform was to recognize you and put you on the same platform or the same level of the artist, so people can recognize your face and they can put a face to the name, you know. So now they know what Don Carrera looks like. So now they can run up on you in the store, yo, that joint was ill, that joint was fire. And it's also education, because the stuff you're spitting and your techniques you're sharing with other producers that have been on here and other producers who have yet to get on here, who are like, oh, I do that. Oh, wow, I need to do that. Oh, that sounds ill. Maybe I should try this and try that.
Right.
So education for all of us, myself included, education, man. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's more to big y'all up and also an educational platform for amongst us all, you know?
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. It's good to talk to another producer, man.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Beat science, as I like to call it, you know?
Yeah, man.
So
You know,
deep science. It was not going to be no real generic interview. You know, I wanted to get deep into you know, your craft and how you make those disgusting bangers that you make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a big part of why I agreed to this, man, because I love what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
And you amongst us, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So this is for my diggers. It's for us. This platform is for us. So on that note, y'all, I'm gonna sign off. Once again, thank you for coming on the platform. I appreciate that, my dude.
All right, man. Peace, man. I appreciate you having me, bro.
You already know. Peace.
Peace.
I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you